Hi there and welcome back to the channel. In the last video you watched me modify this thing's chassis. If you haven't watched that video yet, well, feel free to do so. You can always come back after watching that video. And with the chassis modifications being done, I am faced with a really serious issue. And that issue is that usually automobiles come fitted with these things. Those are called engines. And that is what I will be addressing in this video. This is my 20xe Plus T. It is a 16-valve 2-liter engine that I built myself. It's got some hot camshafts courtesy of Van der Linde Developments in it. It's got lowered compression, ALP rod bolts, ALP head studs, as well as a fully balanced rotating assembly. In case you hadn't guessed, engines are heavy. That means that when you hoist them up with an engine crane and you have them strapped up, that's a lot of force being applied to the surfaces that are touched by the straps. So just to avoid marring up my fresh brand spanking new powder coat, pedantic me decided to wrap everything in clean wrap just to make sure, doubly sure, that everything is protected and well out of harm's way. Now that I've got the engine sitting nice and tight where I can work, on it, here is the flywheel. I spent some time cleaning the flywheel bolts and I need to look up my torque specs. There we go, torque specs. Flywheel bolts use thread locking compound, there we go. Stage 1, 65 Newton meter. Stage 2, a further 30 to 45 degrees. Seems I'm gonna have to sprag the flywheel. Not sure I'm gonna do that. That's a kind of a two-person job, but we'll figure it out. After a couple of minutes of thinking, I think I've devised a plan to jam the flywheel, and that is it. Bolt in the actual engine block. Then screwdriver, bolt between the screwdrivers to wedge them, and that should hopefully go nowhere. And I'm going to go through them one by one. Apply Loctite, first stage torque, and then do the crisscross pattern, meaning that one, etc., etc., etc. And then after that do the second stage. And after each stage, I'm going to take a pen marker and make a mark on it to make sure that I don't miss a bolt, or that I don't do one bolt twice. For the sake of these particular fasteners, it seems as though the multi-spline socket did a better job of holding onto the very, very shallow bolts than the hex did. Do with that information what you may. If you find yourself struggling with the socket slipping off when you're doing flywheel bolts or something like that, maybe try a hex. Maybe it'll work better. It did in this case. Now I will be reusing, it's a bit of a faff to do this alone, I will be reusing my old clutch. It is of an unknown brand, of an unknown quality. But the pressure plate has been resurfaced and I know for a fact that this clutch is very low mileage. It was brand new the last time we did the engine, and the last time we did the engine it did around about 5,000 kilometers, which really isn't much for a clutch at least. As always, if it spins, lock tight. With that, it's time to put that thing on that thing. Let's hope I aligned that clutch plate well enough, because I don't have the spigot shaft thing to align it one time. So some wrestling might be in order. Come on. There you go. Go. Oh yeah. No. Boss. Shift. Ah! Ah! Oh, the bolts are over there. No. Yeah, yeah. Gearbox. Woo!
Later.
A little bit of time has passed. I was missing most of my engine and gearbox mounting bolts, so I had to run out and go buy a bunch of hardware. So, I have the hardware that I require. I need to install this on the car, this on the engine, this on the car, and this on the car. And then I can attach everything to everything else. Sort of. It's attached the wrong way round. It's meant to be. I'm going to hit the wall there. It's meant to be like this. There we go. This ain't no B series. There you have it. The engine is finally in. It's slowly starting to resemble a car again. Now I can do wiring, I can do plumbing, I can do literally everything else, including probably the next job, which will be sending it away to get an exhaust manifold built. Yeah, I'm not vibing with this. That's better. There we go. Yeah. It's not quite perfect. It's got a little bit of wabi-sabi to it. For instance, that engine mount, I got that nice and shiny powder coated, except you'll never see it, but you'll always see that one. And I didn't get that powder coated. I just got that vapor honed, and not all of this makes sense, but the engine is in. I've already said what comes next, so I'm not sure what. I need to go get a bonnet. That's what I need to go next. But I'm going to call this video at that. I seriously hope you enjoyed watching the video. I certainly enjoyed making it. I very much enjoyed finally making some progress. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Alright, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing with this. Ooh, that's not great. I'm not going to get a tool in there either. Oh gosh, that's funny. Oh no.